Hey guys, welcome back to the 5-Hour Show. I'm your host Raymond, and as you can see here, we've got our metallic pieces, and Eureka! We made the square hole so that our combiner limb, which in this case we're using Lightspeed as a temp because of his sad condition, but we made the square hole on the bottom and it does fit, but he moves around quite a bit and that's not good. So we need to fashion something that can hold him in place. Now, one of the things that we were using on the last video is that we were using this little tiny diamond file. This one is, I believe, a and I'm sorry I didn't mention it in the last video, but this one is a I want to say 3 millimeters. So that's how long it is. So I went out today and bought a diamond file that is actually 6 millimeters, and it says so on the back. So 0.6 centimeter, which is 6 millimeters. And it is a total length of 1.4 centimeters. I'm sure this is not, oh, maybe it is. Yeah, 14 centimeters. So, yeah. And so I bought this in hopes to maybe, this is good, but I think this one, and let's open it up. Let's get this. And so I think, yeah, see guys, this is probably better. So after you drill your 6.5 hole, when you file down, in this case it will take quite some time. When you file down, your square, your circle will look more like a square, and that's what you want to do. And you want to make it a little big so that when that square, you see that? It's starting to look better already. If I just, you know, do a little bit more work on this, you know, then that square should look really, really good. Okay. Now, the second issue is this. And you saying, well, again, how are we going to fashion something to clip? Because you can't leave it like that. There's nothing. You see, it's not going to work. So I went shopping again, like I said, picked up the file, the new file, and I picked this up. It's the WireNet series, WireNet Corner Stando, corner stand, WireNet corner stand, 4 pieces. That's what I got. And you're saying, well, what's that? And I will show you in a minute after I open it up. And so you get these 4 pieces. Okay, there's 4 of these pieces, and what it is you put those WireNet corners on there, and you should be able to, you know, create your wire stand. Now, I know that you guys may not have these available, and you know, I thought this is actually hard plastic. I thought it was softer plastic, which is not a good thing. I thought it was rubbery, so it does move a little. But anyway, so you're saying, okay, well, what are you going to do with that? So I thought maybe we can fashion something out of this so that we can clip it in. You see that? I'm not using the head because I don't want to snap it off, but you can see that it does fit. Not perfectly, but it does fit. What are we going to do? We're going to file this. And I know that's a lot of work. And that's what we're doing right now. We're going to file. We're going to file, and then we're going to file, and then we're going to file some more. And I think it works fine. Now, here's the actual question is, I think it will fit, but we will have to trim it down. So let me file, and we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so we filed it quite a bit, and you're asking yourself, why did you start filing there? No, I did not start filing arbitrarily. What I did was I failed to mention it to you. I'm sorry. So we went with this. Now it is a little tapered. You can see that. So we're going to have to modify it when we cut it. But I filed it all the way through. All the way through. You can see that right there. All the way through. And the reason I filed it on this side is because it is all closed off. If I had filed it on this side, you know, I could only probably use this small piece, and I'm not going to waste my time and energy on that gap. So I'm going to waste my time and energy on this side because, and so far I could file both, but if I cut and one of them breaks, then I'd be wasting my time. So after I filed it, of course I tested it, and here it is. So, and here's the separate combiner lin. As you can see, it's this part is a little fatter than the head itself, so I'm a little confused at what Takara did there. So, you know, but I guess if we use this part, and that goes for the other combiners, but for now, the head piece fits snugly, and you know, that's all we need really, right? Just a little bit of tension to hold it in place. So now that we've filed it down, and we may have to again, it's tapered, so it looks like it's, you know, it's going wider and wider. So we're gonna have to cut it and modify it. Now, for those of you asking, well, why don't you just 3D print the part? Well, I don't have a 3D printer. Sorry, guys. Some of you out there do have that. Some of us out here don't have that, and I do not have it. So this was the next best thing. I'm gonna cut this here, and of course, shave this whole section off and cut it here and here. So that's what we're gonna do, is we're going to cut here, here, and you know, then once I have that piece, then I'll know. Now if this other part survives, maybe I can use that as well, but for the moment, I mean, I think we can use at least 2 of them. If we can cut 4 pieces out of this, then we're pretty much done, at least for this project. So let's get cutting. All right, guys, and so here is our little metal saw, because that's what I have available. Let's see, yeah, that should do it. And okay, so hope this works, guys. All right. Okay, so now we have to cut here. Now remember, I told you guys it is tapered. You can pretty much see it. Now I cut real close, but here's the real test. Yeah! That means that we're going to have to sand these down quite a bit. So we're gonna have to sand down sideways, but and then it gets stuck halfway. But then on the other end, gets stuck halfway. So it does go through. I tried to make sure that the center was good. So it's right around here. So let me do some more sanding, guys. All right, so we're going to go down to 100, and I have this one, but it just does not tell me what's resin type abrasive paper. But we have this one, 100, and so we're gonna have to sand it down quite a bit. All right, guys. So as you can see, it took a lot of sanding, more than I wanted to, but hopefully all I will need is this piece. And as you can see, the thickness, there's the original thickness, and this is how much I've sanded and filed away. Now hopefully this is all I will need, but here's the test. And here's the real test. So it's a little loose, but I can coat it with some kind of a spray coat varnish, give it a little thickness, but it does stay. You still see his face in there. But we've got it done. Now on this side I'm gonna have to sand more. Like I said, guys, this is getting ridiculous. But since we haven't even cut out the hole yet, but as you can see, at least we can plug it in, and that's been the goal the whole time, is to be able to comfortably plug it in and leave it at that. You know, I thought this was going to be the easy part, and it's ending up to be very difficult to do this. For today, let's call it quits. Let's call it a day, and just be happy that it plugs in. Okay? And so it's a little loose, but like I said, we'll give it a clear coat on the inside. You know, maybe we'll paint it blue so it doesn't stick out so much, you know. That does it for today, guys. So we're getting a little closer, but that does it for today. Thanks for watching. God bless you. Take care in Jesus Christ's name, as always. And I will see you guys on the next episode of the 5-Hour Show. Have a good one, guys.